Hello, you're watching News9 Live. The Bhatinda mystery, which actually shook a lot of people in the wee hours of the morning of Wednesday, that is today, 12th of April. What really happened then? The things that we know: an incest rifle was used in the attack, and that has been located. No individual has been detained so far for the attack. Unfortunately, 4 soldiers were killed while they were still asleep. The sentry on duty saw the attacker flee. News9 has accessed the FIR copy, and the probe is, of course, underway. And for the things that we do not know, I have with me my colleague Aditya Raj Kaul, who shall bring you the latest on the Bhatinda shooting.
Well, what we do know as of now is that this happened early hours, in the wee hours of the morning at around 4:30 a.m. In the Bhatinda military cantonment, which is heavily guarded. And, everybody was shaken by firing in that area, and only 4 rounds were actually fired. There are 4 soldiers who have now been confirmed dead in this incident. There were 4 rounds fired in their chest. That's what we know as of now. The sentry who was posted there claims to have seen the attacker, who was in white kurta pajama, and his head was covered. He was apparently a bearded person. But since it was night, the face wasn't clearly visible. The face was covered with a cloth. That's what the sentry has revealed to the Punjab police and the army investigators on location. There's a heavy search and coordinated search operation that's underway inside and outside the Bhatinda military cantonment as of now. That's what we know. News9 has also exclusively accessed the FIR copy, giving details of the incident. There are many interesting angles that are coming out in this. An incest rifle had gone missing from the premises of the Bhatinda military cantonment just 2 days ago, just 48 hours ago. There was an investigation and a probe underway in that regard as well. The incest rifle and the magazine has now been recovered by the Indian Army inside the Bhatinda military cantonment, but the person who was involved in this firing incident is still at large. That's the big development coming in this evening. It's been more than 12 hours that the incident happened, and still this particular person is on the run. The Indian Army and the police in Punjab have not revealed what exactly is happening. The search and cordon operation is continuing as of now, but it seems that the sentry has revealed that the person who was involved immediately fled the location, and it seems that there's a forested area adjacent to the Bhatinda military cantonment, and that's where this person might have vanished. But this is a very troubling situation coming in at a time when Punjab has been in news for worsening law and order situation. There have been attacks on several individuals. Apart from that, the Amritpal Singh escape has been creating waves as well. There's been a law and order situation at Ajnala and in several different locations. The Khalistani propaganda has been at its peak, and perhaps we do not know as of now whether this has anything to do with politics, Khalistani propaganda or terror angle. But as of now, as per the initial details, the Punjab police and the Indian Army has refused to divulge any further details and have clearly stated that it does not seem like a terror incident. And the kind of firing that has happened indicates that it could be an incident of some kind of a rivalry, but the person who has fled the scene clearly indicates that there's much more that the army and the police and the local administration and the government will have to do to not only probe this, but first to catch the perpetrator.
Well, that's a lot saying, and for more news and analysis, keep watching News9 Live. But then as of now, we're getting some more information as well, from Aditya, and, we will get more as subsequently as we proceed. Aditya, the thing is that the police has been, and also the army officials have been very, very careful to describe it as a terror attack. I mean, there could be, like you say, it could be a terror attack, but then one is not going to second guess as to, but they also said that it could be fratricidal. I mean, can you explain to the viewers, because that usually means that it is within the organization?
Absolutely. My initial, understanding was also that this could be a fratricide. Because these incidents have happened, not just in the Indian Army, but in the paramilitary forces as well. Because there's a lot of psychological pressure that the Army Jawans and the paramilitary Jawans undergo. And sometimes when they are not given leaves, to attend to their personal chores and, of course, meet their family members, they get upset. And it is almost like a mental harassment that they face. And in utter anger, they seem to do these incidents, which are very rare. But I'm just receiving more information because I've been speaking to Punjab police officers and senior Indian Army officers who do not want to be quoted. And the latest update that I'm getting is that the weapon had gone missing on the 10th of April from a post geographically located behind the officers' mess, in close proximity to the CWE officers' mess, where local civilians are employed behind the permanent unit. The matter was reported to the army authorities as per the laid down procedures. The weapon is yet to be located. However, the number of 4 empty carts found at site indicate that it's the ammunition issued to the 80 Med, which is the unit that is posted there. So while the official version still says that the weapon and the magazine has been recovered, I'm still being told that the investigations are still underway. And while the perpetrator who is involved in this firing is still on the run, that is the biggest challenge right now in the hurdle, because the entire campus is a big campus of the Bhatinda military cantonment, and the army will have to, probe each and every angle, but also first sweep the entire cantonment to recover this particular person, interrogate him, and then see what kind of intention was behind these murders that have taken place. As of now, these people who have been killed are believed to be young officers. They are not seniors. They were only commissioned 5 years ago. So it does not seem that there is some senior officer who has been targeted here for some kind of an internal issue. But considering Punjab is a border state, Punjab has also suffered law and order deterioration in the last few months and years. And we see Khalistani propaganda also at its peak in Punjab. So we cannot second guess, we cannot speculate at this stage, but the investigators are probing this from each and every angle. As of now, the cantonment has been completely, being sanitized right now. The Punjab police and the Indian Army is investigating this jointly. We saw earlier in the day, General Manoj Pandey, the Chief of the Army Staff of India, briefing the Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh also about the details of the investigation and what the incident was all about. But still, there is no clarity on the events that have taken place and what was the real intention behind it, because the perpetrator is still at large. There was speculation earlier in the day that the perpetrator has been nabbed and the interrogation is underway, but those claims have been denied completely, both by the Punjab police and the Indian Army. No person at this stage has been arrested. It's been close to 14 to 15 hours now since this incident happened. 2 days ago, an incest rifle had gone missing, and now an incident of firing early morning being reported at the Bhatinda military station, where 4 Jawans have been killed. They sacrificed their life for the country, but unfortunate circumstances surrounding this incident. And we are being told that through the evening and night, the search operations will continue. Until the time the perpetrator is caught, we will certainly not know the real intention behind these killings, and perhaps there's much more that the Indian Army and the Punjab police will have to do to finally nail and arrest the perpetrator, interrogate him, and finally reveal to the world what exactly happened, what was the real intention behind it, and what was going on inside the premises, why the rifle had gone missing, and finally why this unfortunate incident took place.
Aditya, you actually, that was what I was going to ask you. You said that it happens in a lot of psychological pressure. We've heard cases of someone shooting with his own weapon. But a weapon gone missing from a military station and for almost 48 hours, does that intrigue you? Isn't that something which is a major loophole, as it were, Aditya Raj Kaul?
See, usually, Sudha, what happens is that if there is a snatching incident that happens of weapons that usually is seen in Kashmir or sometimes in Maoist areas, it is for a terror incident. They do a lone wolf attack, they target security forces or some civilians and get away with it.
Right.
But in this, it seems to be a very planned operation where a weapon has been, snatched and taken away inside the premises of highly securitized, area of the Bhatinda military station. And not just that, for 2 days, they're not able to recover the weapon. And after 2 days, we see an incident where not 1, not 2, but 4 soldiers of the Indian Army have been killed. So this is a very serious, security lackadaisical approach that has been seen in the Bhatinda military, cantonment. I am sure that not only will the civil administration and the Punjab police investigate this, but there will be an internal court of inquiry ordered by the Indian Army on the lackadaisical approach, what was lacking and what led to this particular incident. I'll just make the viewers go through the latest official statement that we have received from the Indian Army at 6 p.m. this evening. It says a search team has located the incest rifle along with the magazine. Army and police joint teams will now be undertaking forensic analysis of the weapon for ascertaining further details. The balanced number of rounds in the weapon will only be available after forensic analysis. The joint investigation with Punjab Police is in progress. All possible assistance is being provided. It is reiterated that no individual has been detained or apprehended as of now. And finally, it says, considering the sensitivities involved, media is once again requested to avoid rumors and refrain from speculation. And that's what we are doing here at News 9. We are not speculating. We are not giving any kind of angles, including a terror angle. This is in the mode of investigation right now. All probable angles will be investigated both by the Punjab Police and the Indian Army. But the incident has sent shockwaves all across the country, not just Punjab. The government monitoring the situation very closely in New Delhi as well as in Chandigarh. We'll have to wait and watch how things unfold in the next few hours, which are very crucial. As the man who is the perpetrator behind this incident, fled the military station, because that would be the real challenge to nab him. His entire identity has not been found yet. His face was covered. That's what the eyewitnesses have said. He seemed to be a well-built man, wearing white-colored clothes, and had his face covered and was apparently bearded as well. That's the latest we are getting here on News 9. We'll be tracking this very closely. But this is an incident that is fluid right now. The Punjab Police and the Indian Army is investigating this very closely. The perpetrator behind the Bhatinda mystery is still on the run. All possible angles are being investigating. And as you are seeing the latest visuals on your screen, the Punjab Police and the Indian Army is locating the person. The search and cordon operations are still underway.
Right. Thank you so much, Aditya. And on the Bhatinda mystery, that's a wrap as of now, but we'll bring you more as we go along. Thanks for watching.